If they wanted to, they would, but they did, and you didn't notice. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. This is, okay, you know how I do these readings, and we're always like, you know, if they want to contact you, they would contact you. If they want to confess their feelings, they'll confess their feelings. If someone doesn't pop into your mind, this isn't for you. I manifest, I pray right now that if this is for you, you'll know who it's about. Someone has tried to get through to you. They have tried to let you know that, okay, I think they've even contacted you or tried to contact you. Maybe you don't know that you have them blocked, or maybe they don't have your number anymore. Maybe they don't have your right email address or something. They have put it out there. You just haven't picked it up, okay? And this is very specific. Look, if this is for you, again, you know what this is about. You're going to start remembering things. I manifest that these things will come to your mind, like maybe a conversation you had, like, oh, that's what they were saying. And I think what's going on is, I mean, this is just the energy I'm getting from these cards that I pulled. They need more time because they want to make another confession. Your strength has been a bit intimidating for them. I think somehow the conversation goes in a weird direction. It ends with them, or it even begins, I shouldn't say it ends, but it somehow goes to them feeling bad about confessing this to you. They had some rose-colored glasses on in regard to a situation. Those are off now. They see things now. I think what happened is they didn't realize that you didn't pick up on it. It took them a while to see this. And I think they got frustrated. Now, I'm not saying this is even someone you want to have contact you. That's the thing. Like, you know, I'm just here to give a message, and really the messages are not, they're here for your discernment. I'm here to help strengthen your discernment along your spiritual path. Everybody wants these psychic readings, you know, and all this stuff, like what's going to happen, this, that, the other. My readings aren't really about that, because the future can change. The future is in your control. We've been deceived into thinking it's not, okay? It's as much in your control as you want it to be, okay? God lives within you. Everybody's like, it's up to God. Well, who do you think is in you? Okay? You have the power over this. You are strong. I think they thought you had picked up on the signals. I'm thinking back, you know, the way my messages work is I am reminded of stuff, and I'm thinking back to something, oh my gosh. I hadn't thought about this in a long time. I left a job one time. I'd been there for a few years. I really actually loved working there. I'm going to pull a few cards while I talk. And I loved working there, and it was really one of those jobs I had to leave because they just didn't want to pay me what I was worth, to be honest with you. Well, anyway, I went on to a bigger pay raise, so that was a good thing. But like, new life. Look, I'm talking about my new job, new life. Okay, there must be a reason this story is going through my head. It must be in parallel, something maybe you're going through. Well, I quit this job, and I mean, I knew everybody at the company, because I had a job where I had to interact with everyone, literally everyone in the company. And there were like 600 people. And I really enjoyed that job. And it was heartbreaking to have to leave. But I get all these emails from everyone. Well, one of them was, and you know, for all I know, they could even be seeing me now. But I'm starting to get a little paranoid about that because I've had some weird stuff happen in real life. But I hope this guy never sees this. But he sent me an email after I left. He said, you know, this is what he said to me. And I was just absolutely in shock about it. These are his words. He goes, I've been in love with you ever since I started working here, or something like that. I just remember the words "in love with," and I was like, what? The thing is, though, whoa, okay, determination. You are strong, determined. Okay, I'm going to try to finish this story. I keep shuffling and getting distracted. Anyway, I wrote back to the guy. I'm like, look, okay, I really didn't pick up on it. Like, he really thought he was putting it out there, but also, like, he was married. I know I was a single woman at the time, and I did eventually go on to get married, then divorced, but I was single then. And I remember I wrote him back. I'm like, I didn't really know what to say. I was like, I'm sorry. I mean, you're married. It never even dawned on me. Like, it never dawned on me. And it was weird because it wasn't like I was ever even alone with him. He was in a different department. Anyway, the point is, I think that's what's going on here. Like, what I've noticed about me is I'll go against my intuition. Like, even stuff that's happened to me lately. And I'm telling you this for a reason, because I think that's what's going on with you too. I fight my intuition all the time because it comes so easily. Like last year, here's an example. There were certain people in my personal life who I didn't think had seen me online, and I was interacting with, and I really didn't think, I think they were kind of putting it out there trying to say that they'd seen me. Like, I'm not even going to say, I don't want to embarrass anyone in case they're still watching. I just want to say I put stuff out there kind of like, Anyway, I was sort of feeling out. I did several videos where I was just trying to feel out if people were seeing me, and unfortunately I got my answer. What I should have done, and that's all I'm going to say, I didn't think they actually were, and I'm sorry about that. My intuition told me they were watching, and I didn't listen to it. There are so many times now, I mean, I've looked back now, and I'm like, I feel so dumb for not listening to my intuition, for just feeling, no, that couldn't be. You have to start really listening to those little, like, you know, the Bible calls it a still small voice. It's not always a still small voice. Sometimes, honestly, it's laughter. Sometimes it's something that comes to me in a joke. I'll be like, oh, that's ridiculous. That could never happen. And then it happens. Some of us go through life not realizing the impact that we have on others. Let me pull a few cards. I want to come back. Yeah, they want to come back in and confess something. You're a lighthouse. Dead end. I think they feel like they're at a dead end if they don't come in and confess this. I don't even know if this is someone you want. It could be like the situation I described with myself where I'm like, I wasn't even interested. But you might be, you know. And I think, and it's happened, that's just one example. And I think a lot of us are like that. Like, I honestly, as far as the people watching me in public and stuff, I just didn't think I was that memorable. I didn't think. It's only hit me now in the past like year that, oh, okay, people do remember me. I had such low self-esteem, still do. Really just don't think people remember me. I think somebody could have a full conversation with me and the next day act like I'm nothing because they don't remember me. I remember them. Isn't that crazy? I see that now. Anyway, let me pull a few cards from my manifestation deck and give you some encouragement. You make peace wherever you go. That's going to get you through. I always say that when I get this card. You have no fear, and you put out good energy. Look, this is nothing to stress over. Nothing to be afraid of. I do think, again, like, I think you just need to listen to your intuition more and not let it, you know, for some reason I'm supposed to tell you not to let anything trigger you either. I think what's going on is that perhaps when you get into this conversation, like when this person tries to confess to you, whatever this is, it might not even be about romantic feelings, okay? It could be other things. But whenever you're trying to have this conversation, I think somehow it triggers you. And this, you know, the same thing kind of happened in a reading yesterday I did. I don't know if I'll upload these in order or not, but it's like the conversation keeps going on in a different direction. They're trying to tell you something, and I don't know what it is. There's some little piece of the conversation where it just derails it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about, oh gosh, I'm not going to mention names, but I'm going to say there are certain people in my past who you just knew better than to even bring up certain subjects, like, because it's going to remind them of a story and they're going to get on this tangent. Maybe you say one word and it reminds them of a song, and then they start singing that song and they think it's funny, you know, it's this ongoing joke, but you're like, oh, this one time, couldn't you just, like, not make that joke and just let me have this conversation? Look, just make peace and just be open to this conversation if you're meant to have it. Hopefully the person will make things a little more clear, because obviously it's not getting through. Anyway, and I understand. I've been there before anyway. You make peace wherever you go. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.